Hello, everyone. So, I haven't posted in about a year, and I can't even say that it's felt like a long time because this is what the past year has looked like for me.
Got you all ready for bed. I'm gonna give you your very first set of baby jammies.
Baby jam jams.
Baby jam jams. First night together as a family.
Hey.
It's your first time going home.
Stay-at-home mom with my baby who's now 3 months old, so it's been exactly a year since I have found out I was pregnant with him, and he's the biggest blessing in our life. And with that being said, he is the number one priority, and he is a bundle of joy, but he also does take some time. And then I also have some other responsibilities, so I am a busy bee, but this is a goal and priority of mine, so I want to treat it like that. To get right into it, today we're jumping back in with a little book haul. Last week was me and Jeremy's 3rd anniversary, and as part of my gift, he brought me to Barnes & Noble and let me buy as many books as could fit in my bag. Just as an idea, this is my haul for today. I'm so excited about these books, and I'm so grateful for Jeremy for this sweet gift. It was so thoughtful, and it was just so well thought out. It's something that he knew that I would love, and he's so kind, and this is not even the full gift that he gave me, which I don't know what I did to deserve him, but I love him very much. So let's get into the haul. During this haul, I got 9 books, and 7 of them were in the store, and 2 of them I was looking for them and they didn't have them, and he was so sweet and let me order them, so they just got in today. So I've been waiting to do this video for a long time. Now the books are finally here, so let's get into it. I'm so excited about this first book. I didn't realize that this author was self-published. I totally expected it to be in Barnes & Noble just because I've heard so much about this book in specific, but I was wrong, and she's self-published, and kudos to her because I feel like it's so much harder to get your stuff out there when you're not with an agency. And so this first book is Picking Daisies on Sunday, and they had to print the book when I wanted it. I think I first heard about this book from, I think it was Sarah Caroli. She was talking about it, and she absolutely loved this book. So I'm so excited to get into this one. Let's read the back, because honestly, with so many of these, I bought them because I've heard good things about them, and I don't like going into books with like too much knowledge of what's going to happen. Like, I really like to be surprised, which is kind of weird. I feel like you want to know what you're getting into and seeing if that's like your taste, but I did not do that. Just to read a little bit about it, Daniela Daisy Maria wanted love. I love that already. And I'm so excited because it seems like this is going to be a childhood friends to lover, which is one of my favorite tropes. Let me tell you about it. That's the first book. Next, I'm actually so excited about this one. I got The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. This is another one that I've heard so much about. I haven't read a Catherine Center book yet, but I've heard so many good things about them, and the plot and premise of this book just sounds so interesting to me because in this book, I believe, I could very well be wrong, the guy is famous and the girl is his bodyguard. He wanted a girl bodyguard because I think he's like going home. He didn't want his mom thinking that he wasn't safe, so I think she's posing as his girlfriend and she's the bodyguard, which I think is so cool. So that's all I know about it right now, but again, I've heard so many good things about this, so I'm so excited to get into this. And I want to see how I feel about Catherine Center's writing, just because I've heard so much about her that I want to see if her writing style is for me, because if it is, that means I will probably get into a lot more from her. The next book I got, I'm so pumped about because I'm currently reading The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. And let me just start off, I'm like Sarah Adams' biggest fan. Like, if she has no fans, then I'm dead, because her entire Rome, Kentucky series is like one of my favorite standalone series that I've ever read. For those who don't know, that is When in Rome, Practice Makes Perfect, and Beg, Borrow, or Steal. And I just finished Beg, Borrow, or Steal a few weeks ago. I love all those books. I know one more is coming out. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but I think it might be this year. I might have to check on that. Editing me put the date that it comes out. Anyways, love Sarah Adams. Love that whole standalone series, but I had never read the cheat sheet, which I believe came out first, and I never read it. After I finished what she's come out with so far, I wanted so bad to get into this other series that she wrote. And so, like I said, I'm currently reading the cheat sheet, and then I picked up the next one, which is the rule book. Okay, that's what I thought. And I believe this is another interconnected standalone, because Derek, I'm almost positive, is in the book I'm reading right now. I'm only 100 pages into the cheat sheet right now, but I'm pretty positive Derek is the guy that I'm thinking of who's in the one that I'm reading. So hopefully we find out a little bit more about Derek, which will kind of get me excited about reading this one. Next, I have been wanting to read this one for probably over a year and a half now, and I made a mistake. So I bought All the Light We Cannot See, which I was so excited about, and I still am so excited to read this. But I was like, wow, I didn't realize this book was so thick. Because when I look at it, I did not open the book. And apparently, I bought the large print edition. Let me just show you. I'm opening a random page. Do you see that? That is huge. Honestly, that's kind of hilarious because it's gonna feel like I'm just like the fastest reader in the world. How did I not notice that I bought like the large print edition? But this was like the only copy they had. So I don't normally read a ton of historical fiction, but it is a genre that I love when I do read it. I've read a few and I've loved all of them so far. So part of me is like wanting to get back into reading a little bit more historical fiction. This is set in World War II, and I believe it's when the Nazis occupy Paris. I love learning more about history and seeing stories that intertwine the history with like what real people could have been experiencing during that time. Okay. Next. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I feel like I'm saying I'm so excited about every single book that I pick up, but it's genuinely because I feel like I have such a big physical TBR, which look out because I'm almost positive that's going to be the next video that I'm posting is about my physical TBR and going through that and figuring out a system for me working through it. That I haven't been buying a ton of books recently, so a lot of these books are books that I've been looking at for a very long time. One of those, oh, it has a sticker. 1 second. I hate stickers. That is The Wedding People by Alison Espach. Sarah Caroli again. I love her if you can't tell. She just put out a video of her reading this where it takes place. And I had already bought it when she put that video out. And it just got me so excited to read this book because it sounds like the author just painted the scenery so perfect around the story that I'm like so excited to be able to like picture it now that I've seen Sarah's video and kind of get an idea of like what she's talking about. I wish I could go there and read it like Sarah did, but I live on the other side of the country. So her video is just gonna have to do, but I'm very excited to read this. She said that the humor was good and that the growth was good, and that makes me very excited. The last 4 books that I will be talking about are all connected. I bought one series. I feel like a lot of people are going to be surprised I haven't read this yet. I bought the Powerless series. So I got Powerless, Powerful, Reckless, and Fearless. Again with these stickers. Ooh, but apparently this one is a Barnes & Noble exclusive. When you look at them this way, it kind of kills me that only this novella has sprayed edges. This might be a hot take, but I think that the sprayed edges on everything is a little overdone right now. But the reason that I bought it is because Powerful, the normal version that came out, is like half the size of the regular books. And I wanted it to look good on my shelf where they're all the same size. And so it looks better this way. So I'm going to keep it that way. But it does kind of kill me that only one of them is sprayed edges. But the fact that it's a novella makes it a little better because it's like special. And she has another novella, I believe, that's coming out. And so if they make a sprayed edges version of that one and it's little and the same height like this, I'll probably buy that as well so that it looks like both novellas are in there. It's like a set. So that would make it a little better for me, I think. The novella that she came out with, while it was very cute, I care more about my series looking uniform for my shelf, which is silly, I know, but these are the things I think about. I have not read this series yet, even though it's been around for so long, because I had so many fantasy books that were on my shelf that I just hadn't gotten through yet. And being honest, there are still a few more on there that I still need to get through. But at this point, I finished all of ACOTAR on my last book of Fourth Wing in the Empyrean series. I also just finished the most recent book that's been released for Lightlark. So a lot of me just wanted to get through some of those bigger fantasy series before I started on another one. I'm not gonna lie, there are still a few that I need to finish. Like, I have the whole Throne of Glass series behind me, and I haven't even started that yet. But I'm thinking that I'll have to get into that one after I read Onyx Storm, right after finishing ACOTAR. I didn't want to go right into Throne of Glass and then feel like I didn't have anything else. I know that there's still Crescent City, but I haven't bought those yet, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel about a modern fantasy. I haven't read one of those yet, and so it makes me a little nervous. Actually, I don't know if you can count The Cruel Prince, because I also did read that, and I think that might be modern. Because when they, like, go back to, like, the mortal world or whatever, I think she was, like, wearing, like, Converse and Galaxy leggings or something like that. I could be very wrong, but I remember that distinctly because that outfit was interesting. Anyways, so now I have these books. I'm excited to start working my way through them. I know some people prefer to, like, buy the first book and then buy the others as they've read them. But I see myself as a collector as much as I see myself as a reader. And so for that reason, I wanted to get the novella while I had it. And I knew that if I was getting the hard copies, I was going to get them all. Because why would I not? That's probably a problem. I probably need to work on that. But those are the books that I got, and I am so excited to start posting again. It's been so long, and this YouTube channel is seriously something that I am so passionate about, as well as videography. I've been doing silly little videos since I was in middle school. And so being able to make it a part of my daily routine is something I'm really excited about. With that being said, I did have my little baby, so I don't know how consistently I will be posting. My goal is to post once a week. That is a goal that I hope to keep to. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm so excited to get back to reading and get back to posting, and hopefully you can be on the lookout for a physical TBR organization system in my next video. I need something to help me start getting through all these books that I'm buying, and I think I might even be unhauling a few of the ones that I just know that I'm not going to be reading. You can be on the lookout for that, and in the meantime, I'm so happy to be back. Love you, and I'll see you guys later.